Hey, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. A few things going on here in the mortgage market. This week we have construction numbers are coming in, jobs numbers, inflation reports, uh, the Fed's rate decision about the Fed funds rate, the rate that they control, is coming Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, January 28th. Probability is they're not going to do anything. It could be good for the 30-year fixed, right? But who knows? I'm not going to prognosticate anything. I'm out of that business. Speaking of prognosticating, there has been a shift in the talk of potential replacements for Jerome Powell as the Federal Reserve Chair. And so, one guy you'll hear his name. He is known to really hate inflation and really doesn't want to cut rates. And so the market got through kind of a tantrum on Friday after we had a couple of really good days. It's going to be like that. Just keep your tray table in place and your seatbelt fastened, right? Here's the rates. It's Monday. I don't have any specific rates available, and I love this slide because that's really the answer to the question. When somebody asks me, "What's the rate?" There's not one rate. We're in the fives and sixes. Let's have a conversation, get into a dialogue. So that here's where we are, pretty close to last week, and not as bad as about a year ago, a couple years actually, huh? Okay, just a couple things here. Last Friday, January 16, I sent out an email to all of you with a video showing how I explain a 2-1 buy down to a seller to try to make their stale listing more attractive. Check that out. Uh, the World Economic Forum in Davos is this week, and we could hear about some housing stuff that, number one, may actually help and may actually preemptively move the market as well. So I don't want to lock anything until we hear what they have to say. And the Jimmy Burgess thing from last week, I sent out a reel about this. They said if you add 1.75% to the 10-year bond note, you're going to get the mortgage rate. No, that's maybe the average over time. But look what was like. Let me move out of the way here. It's not always 1.75. It's not automatic. In 2022, 23, 24, there was almost a 3% spread, meaning a 3% gap between the 10-year bond and what the posted, national mortgage rate was for conventional. So I wouldn't count on that. It's kind of my job to obsess over that too. So hopefully, if the rate is the upper fives or lower sixes or anything, we can fit some good people into some houses here in the first quarter. And I just want to thank you so much regarding the forms now, the new forms, right? I need to get that appraisal order in kind of right away. I'm closing stuff in about 3 weeks right now. But what we don't want is the inspection period to protract. So I can't order the appraisal. Then the closing date's not moved, and suddenly, oh, let's stress out about this. So let's just get the appraisal order in. We can try to gatekeep the appraiser from visiting the property until you have a good idea as to whether the any inspection things are going to be worked out or insurmountable. So keep that uh, in your head, and I'll see you tomorrow.